Hey everyone, I wanted to go over the new and exciting news that we got for Dragon Quest Treasures, which is set to release exclusively on the Nintendo Switch on December 9th. And essentially earlier this week, Square Enix decided to go ahead and update the official website for the game. And alongside that, not only did we get a ton of story content information, we also got a ton of gameplay details. We got information regarding how rewards will be handled. We also got dozens and dozens of actual screenshots for the game running exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. Some of the screenshots are in Japanese, some of the screenshots are in English. I've went ahead and I mixed them up both so you guys can get a pretty good look of what this game is going to look like visually. Now, some of the Japanese and English screenshots are pretty similar, but they're actually different altogether because the stuff in the background is different, the skills being used a little bit different, so we get to see a lot of new information. Also, like I mentioned before, the story elements that they provide us with starts with a really quick synopsis that mentions Eric and his sister Mia live in a Viking longship, dreaming of the day that they can become the explorers of the world in search for great treasures. One day they encounter a pair of otherworldly creatures, Porcus and Persila, and are whisked away in a mysterious place known as Draconia, a legendary land full of monsters and treasures just waiting to be discovered. And it continues. Having fled the Viking longship, Eric and Mia are guided by a pair of curious creatures into a mysterious ruin. In the ruins, they come across a pair of dragon daggers, in which trigger a chain of events that sees them sucked into a whole different world. The world in which they find themselves is called Draconia, a floating island where monsters roam free. With their trusty dragon daggers to aid them, the heroes commence their search for the 7 mythical dragon stones. Then they talk a little bit about the characters, where they also mention that Dragon Quest Treasures puts you in control of 2 main protagonists, Eric and Mia, in which you choose to play entirely up to you. Progress and character development are scheduled between each one of them sporadically, which means that nothing is lost whenever you decide to play with each one of the characters. They also provide a little bit of a profile for each one of them that mention that Eric is an inquisitive and mischievous young man who lives on the Viking longship with his sister. He dreams of finding incredible treasure and becoming rich beyond his wildest dreams. They also mention that Mia is a determined and energetic young woman who lives in the Viking longship with her brother Eric, the direct opposite. She loves nothing more than hunting and treasure hunting, that would like to get her hands on a real haul one day. So essentially, they're kind of like pirateers, if you will. They also mention that the world of Draconia is made up of numerous islands, all of which have their own unique characteristics, different elements they basically mean, and monsters that inhabit each of the islands are different as well. And the last few things that they mention is that you can recruit monsters to come to your side, and they mention that your monster pals will come to your aid on the battlefield and fight alongside Eric or Mia to take down pesky enemies. One of the things that they showcase in some of the screenshots that you're seeing is actually something that they're calling Fortune Finder. They mention that in Dragon Quest Treasures, you'll work with your monster pals for hidden treasures, and hear how it works. The Fortune Finder is your first port of call when looking for treasure. Head into the direction it indicates in the arrow and pick up your gains. They also do mention that you're not going to be playing alone. Of course, there's a formidable set of rivals that will make your life difficult for your intrepid heroes. So essentially, you will have other characters trying to get in the way of you picking up your goodies. There's also an appraising system as well, where any treasure you collect should be taken back to the base so it can be appraised. Only then will you know how much it's actually worth. So not only will you be able to get some really good and rare items, presumably for continual playability, but of course some probably trash ones to make yourself a little bit richer and buy some things that you are gonna essentially need. But that's about all the details that I wanted to go over today regarding Dragon Quest Treasures, which again is set to release exclusively onto the Nintendo Switch on December 9th. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!